The story begins with Ly Tieu Nu, a young single mother in rural Vietnam, warmly greeting her viewers and wishing them well. She expresses heartfelt gratitude for the support and encouragement she receives from her community, especially during moments of exhaustion and despair. This close connection with her viewers reflects the deep human need for companionship and mutual encouragement in difficult times. Her daily life is marked by the challenge of securing basic necessities, one of the most pressing being clean water. The local water source is polluted, its foul smell rendering it undrinkable. Determined to provide for her family, Ly Tieu Nu embarks on the task of finding a clean water source. She skillfully uses bamboo trees to create a makeshift pipeline, channeling fresh water to her home. This inventive and resourceful solution symbolizes her resilience and ability to adapt despite limited resources. Beyond water, her life is deeply connected to the land. She harvests sweet bamboo shoots from the forest, a local specialty cherished for its taste. These bamboo shoots not only provide nourishment, but also an opportunity to earn income by selling them. The act of foraging and selling bamboo shoots underscores the intimate relationship between her family and the natural environment. It reflects the harmony that rural communities often maintain with their surroundings, making use of the land's offerings in sustainable ways. Ly Tieu Nu also cultivates a small garden, finding sustenance in growing vegetables and tending to animals. Building a chicken coop represents a step towards self-sufficiency and stability. These everyday acts highlight the ongoing struggle to build and maintain a life amidst economic hardship. The labor involved is continuous and demanding, yet these small achievements represent hope and progress. The challenges of poverty are ever present. Some days yield poor sales, forcing Ly Tieu Nu to grapple with hunger and uncertainty. Darkness often finds her still working late into the evening, determined to provide for her child and build a better future. The resilience manifested in returning home despite setbacks speaks to a persistence that refuses to be broken by circumstance. The video also reveals moments of camaraderie and community. Borrowing a scale from a neighbor is a simple act that reflects the interconnectedness and mutual support within a tight-knit village. These social bonds form an essential safety net in difficult times, reminding viewers of the power of solidarity and cooperation. Despite the hardships, Ly Tieu Nu shares moments of joy and gratitude. She thanks her followers sincerely, wishing them peace and happiness. This optimistic outlook in the face of adversity illuminates the indomitable human spirit. Her story is one of perseverance, ingenuity, and unwavering love for her child. Taken together, this narrative paints a detailed portrait of a young mother's daily reality. It encompasses the tangible tasks of survival, finding clean water, selling bamboo shoots, tending a garden, and the emotional landscape shaped by struggle, hope, and community support. It is a testament to strength in adversity and the profound determination to build a life filled with care and dignity for her family. This story resonates universally, inviting empathy and reflection on the resilience that sustains families in challenging circumstances. The story follows Ly Tieu Nu, a young single mother living a humble rural life in Vietnam, beginning with a warm greeting to her viewers and heartfelt thanks for the encouragement she receives during times of exhaustion and hardship. She faces the critical challenge of obtaining clean water, as the local source is contaminated and undrinkable. Resourcefully, she cuts bamboo trees to create a pipeline to channel clean water home, demonstrating resilience and ingenuity in overcoming scarcity. Ly Tieu Nu's daily existence is deeply connected to the forest and land. She harvests sweet bamboo shoots, a local specialty, which she sells to help support her family, embodying a close relationship with nature's resources. Her efforts extend to gardening and building a chicken coop, efforts that symbolize gradual progress towards stability and self-sufficiency, despite persistent economic adversity. The hardships of poverty are evident in slow sales and physical hunger. Dark evenings find her still working, underscoring endurance and determination to care for her child and build a better future. Everyday social interactions, such as borrowing a scale from a neighbor, reveal the mutual support vital for survival in her close-knit community. These ties weave a safety net of cooperation and kindness that sustains her through difficulty. Moments of joy and hope balance the struggles. Ly Tieu Nu shares sincere wishes for peace and happiness with her followers, reflecting an enduring spirit of optimism. Her narrative blends tangible tasks of survival, finding water, selling goods, gardening, with the emotional realities of love, perseverance, and community support. This vivid and detailed story portrays her daily life's fabric, illustrating human strength and determination amid adversity. It offers universal insight into resilience, the bonds that sustain families, and the courage required to nurture and protect loved ones in challenging conditions. Life in the rural landscapes of Vietnam is shaped by a complex interplay of environment, tradition, and economic hardship. Farmers and villagers often exist in a delicate balance with nature, their daily routines dictated by seasonal cycles and the fragile yield of their labor. This environment is not always kind. Droughts, floods, and soil degradation frequently threaten crops and livelihoods. Natural resources can be scarce or contaminated, such as water that carries a smell too foul to drink. It is in such conditions that families like Ly Tieu Nu's confront the reality of survival. Economic constraints compound environmental challenges. Income from farming remains low and unstable, often insufficient to cover even basic expenses. Small farm plots, fragmented landholdings, and limited access to modern machinery hinder productivity. Agricultural practices rely heavily on traditional methods passed down through generations but may lack efficiency or scale. These limitations push many rural families to diversify their income, engaging in foraging, small-scale markets, or seasonal labor. Ly Tieu Nu's gathering of bamboo shoots and the effort to sell them reflects this adaptive diversification. The absence of a strong social safety net leaves farmers vulnerable to shocks, from illness to bad harvests. Limited access to credit and market instability means many live hand-to-mouth with little chance to build financial reserves. The allure of urban migration often beckons, yet for many, moving to the city is fraught with its own uncertainties and risks. Those who remain in rural areas face a daily struggle to maintain subsistence, reliance on communal ties, and a resourcefulness born of necessity. Infrastructure in rural regions can be rudimentary. Road networks may be unpaved or poorly maintained, complicating transport of goods to market or access to healthcare and education. Electricity and water supply might be intermittent or unsafe. These conditions influence lifestyle profoundly. For example, the need to find clean water through creative means, such as channeling water through bamboo tubes, is not only a practical act, but a symbol of the ingenuity required to navigate scarcity. Social structure in rural communities remains tight-knit, with bonds of mutual aid playing a critical role in the welfare of families. Sharing tools like scales, lending labor, and providing emotional support form an informal network that helps individuals weather hardship. This sense of community underpins much of rural life and supports people like Ly Tieu Nu in their efforts to provide for their children and build a future despite formidable odds. The daily labor involved in horticulture, animal husbandry, and foraging is strenuous and time-consuming. Hours are spent in the sun, working soil, harvesting vegetables, tending animals, or collecting wild products. This labor is physically demanding and often precarious, with income fluctuations tied to weather and market demand. The building of structures such as chicken coops is both a practical investment and a hopeful endeavor toward stability and incremental wealth. Despite these immense challenges, the psychological and emotional landscape reveals resilience and hope. The small moments of success, the camaraderie of the village, and the deep love between parent and child infuse daily hardship with meaning. Acts of hope take visible form in determined work, innovative solutions to problems, and the pursuit of small entrepreneurial ventures. Ly Tieu Nu's experience is emblematic of wider rural realities where women often play central roles in maintaining households against structural disadvantages. Young single mothers must navigate additional social pressures alongside economic hardship. Their strength and resourcefulness become remarkable testaments to human endurance under pressure. Environmental degradation and shifting economic conditions add layers of uncertainty. Climate change impacts cropping seasons and water availability, while market integration demands adaptation to new economies of scale and value chains. For many rural families, these forces reshape long-standing ways of life with mixed outcomes. Education and access to information emerge as pivotal factors influencing rural development. Knowledge of modern agricultural techniques, healthcare, and social services provides new opportunities. Yet, inequities in access and infrastructure limit many rural households. Community-based solutions and external assistance programs increasingly provide critical support mechanisms. Health challenges intersect with economic hardship. Limited access to quality medical care and clean water heightens vulnerability to disease and malnutrition. For families like Ly Tieu Nu's, everyday life involves managing health risks without guaranteed resources. These struggles make moments of sickness or injury potentially catastrophic. The story of Ly Tieu Nu is grounded in this multifaceted rural context. It is a narrative not solely about overcoming immediate hardships, but also about negotiating complex interdependencies of environment, society, and economy. Her journey captures the spirit of countless families living lives of quiet courage. Through harvesting bamboo shoots, gardening, and raising animals, she engages in a continuous cycle of labor, hope, and resilience. The challenges she faces are formidable, yet the acts of creating clean water pathways or building coops testify to an enduring capacity to adapt. Her daily life reflects broader patterns of perseverance in rural Vietnam, where progress is often painstaking and incremental. These realities invite reflection on the nature of rural development policies and support needed to sustain families. Innovations in infrastructure, access to credit, education, and health services play essential roles. Empowerment of women and youth within communities strengthens social fabric and economic potential. The fabric of rural life remains woven with threads of dependency and independence. Families rely on each other, on tradition, and increasingly on new knowledge and external support. This interplay shapes the paths people like Ly Tieu Nu take. Her story resonates universally as a testament to human adaptability and determination. It illuminates the intersection of hardship and hope, underlining the dignity inherent in efforts to build a better life amid adversity. Each bamboo shoot gathered, each drop of clean water channeled, each cooperative effort to create shelter reflects a larger story of survival and aspiration. In this landscape of challenge and potential, Ly Tieu Nu's life continues with quiet dignity. Her efforts embody the collective spirit of rural communities, navigating uncertain futures, holding fast to the enduring belief in progress, however slow or difficult. The narrative offers a lens into the nuances of rural Vietnam's social and economic life, revealing the struggles and strategies that define it. It underscores the vital importance of comprehensive support and sustainable development pathways to uplift families and communities. As day follows day in this rural environment, the stories of resilience and hope multiply. Ly Tieu Nu's unfolding journey is one among many, each a powerful reminder of the strength and spirit found in the heart of rural life. The story opens with Ly Tieu Nu warmly welcoming everyone and wishing them well. Grateful for the love and encouragement from her viewers, she reflects on how support helped her uplifted during the toughest moments. These connections reflect a human need for companionship and shared strength during hardship. Her everyday life is marked by a pressing need for clean water. The local water source is contaminated and smells so foul it cannot be used. Undeterred, she inventively cuts bamboo to channel fresh water to her home. This act symbolizes resilience and practical resourcefulness in overcoming scarcity with what nature provides. Ly Tieu Nu's life is deeply intertwined with the land. She harvests sweet bamboo shoots from the forest, a local delicacy, which she sells to support her family. This activity shows a close relationship with nature, taking sustainable advantage of natural resources to survive. Further, she tends a vegetable garden and works tirelessly to build a chicken coop, moves that represent steps towards self-sufficiency and hope. The struggle of poverty casts a shadow over her days. Low sales and limited resources leave her hungry and uncertain. Long days often extend into the dark evening as she refuses to relent in providing for her child and striving for a better future. Simple acts like borrowing a scale from a neighbor reveal the tight social fabric and mutual assistance that support her community. Despite hardships, moments of gratitude and joy appear. She thanks her viewers with sincerity for their care and wishes them peace and happiness. This resilient optimism shines as a testament to the unyielding human spirit. Her story embodies perseverance, innovation, and fierce parental love. The narrative offers an intimate, detailed portrayal of a single mother's life in rural Vietnam, where day-to-day survival involves innovation, hard work, and community bonds. It reflects universal themes of strength amid adversity and the power of love to sustain through challenge. The story invites understanding and respect for the enduring courage of rural families building life from limited means. The story reaches its final chapter with a quiet tension and a determined resolve. The days leading up to this moment are thorough demonstrations of human will against uncertainty. Life in the humble home is adorned with purposeful acts, medicines carefully prepared and dried, essentials gathered with care, patience and hope weaving through every small movement. The family's collective efforts intensify, each step reflecting a deep desire for healing and renewal. The air is heavy with unspoken prayers and the weight of responsibility that each person carries silently. The journey to the hospital unfolds as more than travel. It symbolizes transition from fear to possibility. Roads twist beneath the wheels, landscapes slip past, holding fragments of memory and flickers of hope. The presence of loved ones beside Tu Ki offers comfort and strength where anxiety might otherwise take root. The vehicle becomes a vessel bearing not just a passenger, but the hopes of an entire family, the fragile thread that refuses to break. Tu Ki steps into the sterile environment of the hospital with cautious heart. The unfamiliar surroundings contrast sharply with the warmth of home. Mechanical hums and sharp antiseptic scents fill the air. Staff move swiftly, their expressions a mixture of professionalism and compassion. The examination room becomes a crucible of truths, each test a revelation of the delicate balance between health and illness, and unveiling of formidable challenges ahead. The diagnosis is laid bare with clinical precision. The urgency in the doctor's voice speaks volumes. The window for intervention is narrow, a precious opportunity that must not be missed. The gravity of the situation crystallizes in this room as facts merge with fear and hope. Tu Ki listens, absorbing the weight of words that shape her future. Her mind races through possibilities, fears, and a stubborn will to persevere. Family discussions follow in quiet corners of the hospital and beyond. Decisions about treatment are no longer abstract. They are immediate and real. Finances, logistics, and emotional readiness are carefully weighed. This collective vulnerability and strength shapes their path forward. Everyone recognizes the interconnectedness of their roles, the necessity of trust, and the power of shared hope. Emotions surge beneath the surface. Fear wrestles with determination. Memories and dreams mingle as Tu Ki embraces the challenge of healing. She begins to relinquish hesitation, allowing hope to seep into the cracks of doubt. Her choice to proceed into treatment marks a profound moment of transformation, one not just of body but of spirit. Daily rituals of care become acts of sacred commitment. Administering medication meticulously, attending subsequent appointments, and monitoring progress are both a burden and a blessing. The gradual improvement, however incremental, fuels resilience and reframes suffering as a pathway threaded toward recovery. Setbacks are met with renewed resolve, each breath a prayer for strength. Social dynamics continue to evolve. The delicate balance of trust and suspicion is played out in whispered conversations, supportive gestures, and acts of mediation. Henry's steady presence remains a cornerstone, his reliability and kindness knitting fragmented doubts into confidence. The community's role is essential, reinforcing the narrative that healing is as much social as medical. The larger themes of tradition meeting modernity emerge vividly. The tension between inherited beliefs and contemporary health practices forms a subtle undercurrent. This interplay shapes decisions and attitudes in ways both subtle and profound. Tu Ki's journey becomes reflective of broader cultural negotiations, revealing how change is embraced amid continuity. The story also illuminates the power of community, the ripple effect of kindness. Acts large and small, neighbors offering assistance, friends lending resources, contribute to an unseen web underpinning survival. These gestures transcend mere charity. They are lifelines connected by shared humanity. As treatment progresses, Tu Ki's evolving self-awareness becomes apparent. The initial fearful figure gradually emerges as an empowered participant. She takes ownership of her health journey, actively engaging with medical staff and making informed choices. This shift from passive recipient to active agent is pivotal, underscoring the role of autonomy in healing. The narrative builds toward a crescendo, not with sudden revelations, but with the steady unfolding of progress. Patience and persistence become twin pillars supporting the ongoing journey. The pace aligns with the rhythms of life's fragility and strength intertwined. This steady progression reflects the complex reality of healing, never a neat resolution, but a continuing process. Reflection deepens towards the closing chapters. The story offers a mirror to universal themes: vulnerability, hope, communal strength, and the relentless drive toward wholeness. Tu Ki's path touches fundamental truths about human resilience and connection. It transcends the particulars of her illness to become a story of endurance, love, and the will to live fully. The final scenes pulse with both celebration and sober expectation. Small victories are savored, tempered by awareness of ongoing challenges. The prospect of recovery is embraced with humility and fierce joy. The narrative closes with an open horizon, a future imagined with guard and aspiration. Tu Ki's journey stands as a testament to the indomitable human spirit. Her story intertwines medicine, culture, family, and community into a living tapestry of healing. It is a beacon illuminating paths for others, a narrative of courage that affirms the strength found in love and hope. Each step taken, each lesson learned, and each act of care weaves into the complex fabric of healing. The story reminds us that healing is never solitary. It is the symphony of collective heartbeats and shared hands reaching toward light. Her journey continues beyond the final word, alive in the moments of care yet to come, the hopes yet to be realized, and the love unwavering at the heart of all.